What is going on, everyone? Welcome out to the stream. How you guys doing today on this wonderful and fantastic, terrific Wednesday? Hello, hello, hello. Anyone else watching, lurking, hanging out? Finn, Ariel, Nivea, Laura, welcome in. Hello to anyone else also in the stream as well. I must apologize. Uh, I started stream maybe like a minute or two early, and then I was rushing to get everything set up. Is it okay if I run to the bathroom real quick? Because I didn't go to the bathroom right after I finished work. So it'll be like a minute and 30 seconds max. I just gotta pee. I'm sorry. Please hold. I'm sorry. I wanted to start a stream, but I already hit the play button and then everything was so slow. Okay, running. Hello. Hello for real this time. How are we doing today on this wonderful and fantastic day? Let me get the game audio on and let me get into the game. Chair stream. What a way to start, am I right? That's how you do it. That is how you do it. All right, I will just start a game and there's a shiny pants here in the tree. Oh, well, speaking of shinies, would you like me all to introduce to you a friend that I caught off stream last night? Honestly, I think it was like 15 or 20 minutes after I ended stream. It wasn't that soon after, or wasn't that far after. But I found a friend on the rooftops here. And it's a shiny I actually don't have. It's a shiny I do not currently possess, so it's new to the squad. We've got myself a Spritzy. I was shocked. It was I could see it from a roof over there, so I had to figure out how to get up there and climb, but I knew it wouldn't go away. So it took me a minute to get up to that rooftop, but I saw it from a distance here. Wait. I think I took a picture of it far away. Oh, that was up close. Okay, yeah, here. It was all the way on the other side. I'm surprised I saw it because I was too far away for it to actually make a noise. So my eyeballs caught it first. And then I got up close. What a cutie patootie. So that's the shiny I got last night off stream. I would say it was a successful evening. Pretty successful. Also, let me, like, release all these Pokemon that should not be here. Except for Eevee, because I need to keep that. Dang it. I need to keep the Eevee just for evolution, but for organization's sake, none of the others should be here. There we go. All right. What do you want to do to start stream? Do you want me to just warm up and do some battles in the battle zone? Straight into shiny hunting? Or what I was doing last night, actually, was nothing story related or anything like that, or quest related. I was finding all the colorful screws without a guide. So I was pretty rocking. I got finished this entire corner. This sector is gone, and then I think I got everywhere from where 19 is and up. I would say I got like a What? Yeah, that's like a quarter of the map. I just gotta. I just made a mental note that I would need to go back to like where 8 was to pick up where I left off. I made a pretty good dent in finding all the colorful screws. I was actually kind of having fun doing the search for them. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ooh. And oh, that's an Eevee. Hold up. Please hold. Eevee is needed for my evolutions. Oh, okay. Fine. Violence it is then. Violence it is then. You chose. There we go. That will be very handy when I need to get all the evolutions for Eevee. Knock that one off the list. You can get all trade Evos in Area 20, the 2 alphas in the center. What are the trade Evos in this game? Wait, you can get like Aromatisse and oh god, what is its evolution? What's Spritzy's evolution? Fritzy evolves into Aromatisse. And then Swirlix. Oh, Slurpuff. Slurpuff, that's it. Swirlix and Slurpuff, and then Fritzy and the name that I just said out loud but already forgot. There's 8 I haven't seen, but here, let me open up my Pokedex. I have seen 222 and I've caught 200, so I'm literally not that far behind. Glade, which is pretty easy, just a stone. Slowking is a trade. Scizzor's a trade. Trevenant's a trade. Steelix is a trade. Pumpkaboo I can get in the wild. Okay, so yeah, basically all the ones I need left are the evolutions and trading. Nothing else will be hard. It's just a level up. Speaking of, is that... Oh, no, it's level 52, so it's almost ready to evolve into Dragonite. Almost! Gengar and Alakazam spawn there. I already have those 2 done and over with. I see a colorful screw, so I'm just gonna get it while I'm here. Save me time later. Oh! I soared too close to the sun. Did your girl blast too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Alright. Is there post-game in this game? Because they were telling me to go to Hotel Z. Like story stuff. I'm pretty sure Lita like called me and said go to the Hotel Z. So clearly there's still some story. There is? Okay. Well, that will be a homework assignment I must do off stream then. I will start. We'll do battles to start. Let me get a little warm up in this game. And then we'll do some shiny hunting. It will allow me to figure out what I want to hunt. What do I even want to hunt is the question. That is the magical question. Hi. Wrong button. Oh my god, I'm hitting every wrong button known to man. I hit the wrong button again. Okay. Hold up. I need to put on a sweater because I'm cold. Muted? Oh, hey. Completely a mess currently. Completely a mess. All right, I would have totally forgotten that I was hunting Carvana had I not. I forgot I muted myself because I was gonna be yanking around my sweatshirt around the microphone. Oops. All right. To the battle zone. This one looks like it has like a less rooftop, so let's go here. In we go. Dang it, how did you see me back there? I don't know if it's true. Hi, Kirsten, welcome to the stream.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
I don't know if it's true, so someone tell me the validity of this. Someone told me, aka I saw it on Twitter, that Aegislash is terrible in this game. Like, astonishingly bad type of terrible. I guess it would make sense because abilities aren't really a thing, so... Delay attack has to unshield. Well, that's unfortunate. Ooh, what's going on here? Ciao. Oh, it takes an entire turn to switch forms? Yikes. Okay, so it is astonishingly bad. The rumor is true. AKA Twitter told me some truth for once. Crazy. Oh my god, what is with all of you guys mechaing? This must be a post-game thing, because they were not mega evolving when I didn't beat the game. Gosh dang it. Dang Flabbit, Miley. I'm literally hitting buttons. Can you attack? Thank you. You took way too much damage. How goes it? It goes pretty well. Aside from being behind, getting stream started, everything like that, and like low-key melting. Pretty good. Oh, crap. I literally didn't even see there. Crush him. They started to Mega Evolve when I reached C rank. Okay, so I clearly just haven't been paying attention per usual. Which would honestly check out. Skull. Yikes. I like how I said I was going to do this for warm-up, and I'm just getting trashed by these NPCs. Maybe my warm-up should have just been getting straight into shiny hunting. Gosh dang it. I really don't like this. I find these battles... I think what I don't like about the battles is that these trainers can see you from, like, a mile away, and it's very hard to sneak up on them. Unless I'm just bad, and chat, you can tell me if I'm just bad. But I have struggles, like, sneak up on them. Because they see me, I feel like. That'll prize the winner? Max survives, thanks. Priority moves help with sneak up. I also find that, like, because my Pokemon is outrunning with me, if they spot me, then I'm automatically clocked to turn 1. Get closer. Dang it! That's what I'm talking about. Also, to be honest with you, I don't remember what priority moves are. I know priority moves is you go automatically first, but like which moves are priority moves, I don't remember. E-Speed, Aqua Jet. Oh, False Swipe. That's a priority move. I know that from my shiny hunting. I remembered that correctly. Can this trainer dude turn around? Thank you. There we go. I did it! That clocked him. Let me check real quick how much money I have, because if I have a decent amount of money, then I'll just go start shiny hunting. Okay, yeah, I do. Why am I even here? I think maybe I should get like more like specialty Pokeballs though, like quick balls. Although I don't remember where the specialty store is. Money, 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 money. Apparently people already have millions of dollars in this game, which I don't want to know how much battling that takes. However, to be honest with you, considering you need to do 1,000 battles to get the shiny charm, probably that's how you do it. Alright, I have enough of these. Where's the specialty Pokeball store? Oh, Dust Balls would also be very helpful. Is it... Pokeball Boutique. Look at my brain remembering that. I knew it was up here. Aha! 1,000 doesn't seem too hard, just use Excadrill. Well, y'all just saw how slow I was. You all just saw how slow I was going, so... 28 I need. I feel like I've got a good chunk of everything else. I'll just have some leftover coin, it seems. Alright, let's go do Carvana Unana. I currently have 1.7 million. Listen, I need that money anyways to get all the clothing items in this game, because I need to max myself out. Even if I will never wear some of the clothing items, I will 100% it. And buy everything. It's just, it's a way of life. If you understand it or you don't. I change my clothes like every couple days. I was thinking about changing my hair last night, to be honest with you, because so once you finish the Floette quest, the one of the random quests that you can do across the map, it unlocks new hair colors for you. So I was playing around with the new hair colors that it unlocked, and I was like, should I switch over to the lavender? It'd be pretty nice. I mean, I have been on a major lavender kick recently. I've been lighting this bad boy. My room smells delicious. All right. So I'm hunting for Carvana. However, if I get any shiny here, I will just leave afterwards. Just so I can get scenery changes. I just don't like staring at the same place for too long. My brain will start to hurt. If it was like reset method, I could handle it. If it's continuously running around, Mine's dark purple and tips are pink in the pigtail option. I was thinking about it. They don't have really good guy hairstyles in this game. There's like 2 that are like something that I would like actively wear, and then everything else is long, like longer hair. And with love, I don't think I'd rock pigtails. So it's basically this hairdo or the default one, which I didn't like the default one, which is why I changed it as soon as I could. I do love the ombre still. I'm a big fan of the ombre. Best addition they could have added was that feature. Can you do an ombre also mixed with like the ombre mixed with like half and half? Because you know how you can do one side of your hair is one color, the other side's the other? Ombre and like half and half? No, I wish. Ooh, dang it. I tried. I would eat that up. I think what I would do. I do like either blue or purple on one side and then the blonde on the other side, and then maybe like a white. They like lighten it up at the top for an ombre. I don't know. I think that's what I would do. Mine's comb back white hair with black parts because I'm a Gen 5 baby. Well, you know what? You gotta represent. You gots to represent. I'm surprised. Although, you know, they usually do remakes every 15 years or so. So I'm surprised that there's no Unova. Unova's not getting a crumb of love. But to be fair, I guess with all these Legends games now, they don't really need to do necessarily remakes because we can just go back to the region in other ways. We might be getting one soon. Next year's the 30th anniversary, so Gen 10's 1000% coming next year. There's no doubt in my mind that it's Gen 10. Especially since it'll be 4 years since the last gen, and they usually wait 3 years, so they took their time. Yippee! It's what people asked for. They did it. Shiny Bulba found. Oh my god, your luck is cracked out of its mind. There's only like one of those pops up at a time. Give me Pokemon Rangers, I beg. Listen, I don't think they'll ever do with these DS games. I really don't know how they would handle it. I guess it makes it a lot easier now on the Switch too, just because there's the mouse that you can use with your controller, which makes it like a little bit more possible, but I don't know, still. I mean, they're terrible with the Virtual Console already. How many games are on the GameCube Virtual Console now? Because they only started with like 3. Now, granted, one of the games that they started with was the most amazing game of all time, Mario Strikers. So, I got my money's worth, and I was actively engaged. However, it's still only like 3 games. 5-ish? Darn. And how much you want to bet that none of those games are Mario Baseball, because they just casually omitted the existence of that in the original trailer. I wouldn't hate Pokepark. Oh, I guess I don't think we've talked about this because it was just announced in one of the most recent directs. The Pokemon Animal Crossing game coming out. Yes, please. Seated, I am sat. We will be doing that on my channel. You guys can all come to my land. And I like that it's also a farm simulator. I'm a sucker for a farm simulator. I ate that stuff up in Stardew. Yes, I did. Did I just go reset every day to have my crops grow? Yep, 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 yep. So now I can do that in a Pokemon game, period. I would just very much, I don't like the way the human Ditto looks. Really? Oh my god, I actually kind of thought it looked cute. I'm not gonna lie. It just looks so derpy. I guess I'm just a sucker for, like, chibi, derpy, or goofy. Maybe that's why Pokemon appeals to me and everyone who's like, Pokemon doesn't have good graphics, is because I really could care less if this game looked realistic. I'm playing for the vibes and the cartooniness. I am grown. Let me have, like, some inner child moments here. Pokopia, Shiny Hunting Streams, I would participate. I'm not even gonna front with you. Pokemon cooking crossover, when? Isn't that what Pokemon Cafe Remix is? Or is that more puzzle? They have really cute artwork for Pokemon Cafe. It's more puzzle. Some of the designs that they make for that game are just adorable. I've contemplated using them in thumbnails before, honestly. The designs are kind of up there with me for, like, the way that the Pokemon Troze, like, sprites for all the Pokemon used to look when that game was on the 3DS. Those were amazing. I used those in videos as well. But to be honest with you, if Animal Crossing doesn't come out next year, which maybe I don't know if it will. Maybe it'll be the next big holiday game in 2026, but I don't know. We can certainly substitute our time with Pokemon Animal Crossing. My only hope is that I do hope that there's actual, like, terraforming features in, like, world building and island building like there was in Animal Crossing, because that is essential. I would love to have, like a theme for my island. You know how, like, I had like a medieval and, like, cottagecore theme for my place, that I would also want to, like, be able to mimic that in Pokopia and have, like, a fairy core themed island or futuristic themed island or anything like that. I think 3D Mario will be the headline after Metroid and Fire Emblem. Oh right, those games come out this year. And they haven't really announced what's coming out next year, really. We know all the holiday games this year. Air Riders comes out in a couple weeks, I think. Hyrule Warriors comes out in a couple weeks. Metroid comes out soon. So we're kind of booked for the rest of 2025, which is exciting. I don't think we talked about it, but you excited for the next Mario movie? I'm very excited. I saw it. It's like Mario Galaxy. It comes out next spring, so we should be due for a trailer, like, literally any time now. I'm still kind of sad they're not doing a Nintendo Cinematic Universe. I won't even lie to you. However, after seeing the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie, I do have genuine faith in the Legend of Zelda live-action movie. I believe in it. It can do well. Just give it the right tools to do so, and it will succeed. Should do Mario Galaxy run on stream? I've never played Mario Galaxy before. I have that Mario 3D All-Stars collection that they only had available however many years ago for like 6 months. I bought it, but the only game I ever played on it was Mario 64 and Sunshine. I never did Galaxy. But now there's the game with Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 combined together. They just dropped that. I don't want Link to say one word. Link should not speak, and I stand by that. We can have Zelda say all the words. It is, after all, The Legend of Zelda. And Link is the protagonist. Although, depending on the game, Zelda is highly, highly involved with aspects of the story. I mean, you play Age of Calamity, Hyrule Wars, Age of Calamity, Zelda is like the main person. Her and Link. And then Zelda's obviously Zelda's a very heavy story point in Age what's it called? Not Age of Calamity. Tears of the Kingdom, because she's in the game with you initially and then she like disappears and you have to go find her and stuff. So that's her aspect, but in the original, in Breath of the Wild, she wasn't really a central character. It was just kind of like she's there, she's helping guide you, and you don't really do with anything with her after that. You just kind of like recover some memories across the map. Let me be Navi. I do a great impression. I would love to be. No, I think I would be a good Hyrulean. I think I would. I'd probably fit that best. If not, I mean, if you could give me some, like... I think I could come down with a pretty good voice if I was a voice actor for a Zora. I think playing a Zora would be fun. It can be quirky and cute or menacing. They can be, like, all of the above. They're not Golurks. That's a Pokemon name. What are the orange people called? It starts with a G. My brain keeps saying Golurk, and I was like, no, that's completely incorrect. But those people, no, not Goblin. Not the villains. Goblins are the villains. They're in the volcano area in Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. Goron, thank you. There we go. Knew it started with a G. The Gorons. The Gorons. Yeah. I think the Gorons would be good comedy characters. So Gorons can be the funny ones. And then maybe the Zoras can be the cute, funny, and strong ones. They fit all the criteria. And then the Gerudos, they can be the menacing fighters because that's their thing. And then, oh god, what would the God, I forgot the birds' names too. What are the birds called? They're cute though. Maybe we just have like a baby bird on the team and they just be there for the cute factor and only that. Palm trees outside of... I will never be able to say that word. I'm just going to call it Q Inc. Or Alolan Executor. Wait, they are? I didn't notice that. I was too distracted by the shiny Alolan shiny Alolan Raichu that I know you can get, but I haven't bothered getting. I'm still kind of mad what they did to Gerudo Valley in Tears of the Kingdom. That was my favorite city to go through in Breath of the Wild, and then it just got like ravaged by a sandstorm. And I was like, really? There's like nothing, no one was in town. It's empty. There's no water. It wasn't a fun time. I was like, you ruined my one place that I liked. I don't think it's shiny. It's the shaders, I think. No, I'm positive that Alolan Raichu is shiny. I would bet my life on it. Because it's, I don't know, you trade a regular Raichu for it. It's a side quest. Yaw. It's definitely a late game side quest though, because that's not there when you're initially at queuing. You gotta unlock that bad boy. Awesome is howling. Bark, 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 bark. mean, I've seen Minecraft shaders. They can be pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. I used a gua sha on my face, and I think I pressed too hard because my jaw hurts now. Chat, use gua shas responsibly, because clearly I didn't look at a guide before I used it. I do feel less drained though, because I did kind of like the lymphatic thing. The lymphatic drainage with the gua sha. It felt great. The rest of my face, however, kind of hurts. I just got a friend ball. Wait, where do you get the friend balls? Where do you get the Johto Pokeballs? This is important. How does one acquire them? I just want to acquire them so I can never use them, because I can never have the courage to actually throw them at any Pokemon in fear that they break out. And then I lose the Pokeball forever. Got them as rewards for battles. They're probably the 1% reward, I bet you. I don't know what their beef is with giving us Johto Pokeballs, but like, I'm gonna need them to start doing it. Hand them out like shinies these days, because everyone can get a shiny. Start giving us everyone getting a Johto Pokeball. And like 10 of them. In this game, it would be safe though, since you get the Pokeballs back. Oh wait, you're so right for that, Laura. But what if you were shiny hunting it, and you threw the lure ball at the water type shiny, and then it failed, but you would still have to catch the shiny. So it just wouldn't be able to be in a lure ball anymore, and you'd have to rehunt it. Like I like to catch Pokemon in like aesthetic Pokeballs, where they're like, they look good in a specific Pokeball, depending on what their shiny is. They gave us Beast Balls. I don't think Beast Balls are in the game. I was in the... Do I have pictures of it? I was in the museum. I was having a good old time in the museum. No, I didn't take a picture of it. They have all the Pokeballs on display in the museum. And let me tell you, I'm mad about something. I'm mad about it because, chat, not only are they excluding the Beast Ball, you know what Pokeball is just not grouped together with all the rest of them? The Dream Ball. The Dream Ball Erasure in 2025, I hated it. It's one of the prettiest Pokeballs out there. They got all the dumb Johto balls, like Friend Ball, there, but they don't have the Dream Ball, the best one. Wait, where's the museum? There's an outfit I want to see. The museum is up here, up at the top. It is such a fun place. Take your time and actually explore it, Finn. Like, look at the displays, read them, or zoom in on the pictures. Well, I mean, I just had the pictures up. Please hold. Like, look at this fun little Easter egg. There's the trainer from X and Y in the Mega Tower, whatever it's called, in Salutine City. There he is. What a goober and all. Just right there in the picture. And then, obviously, the Hisui map. All the friends. Even a little Psyduck over there. The Easter eggs are abundant. Friend ball is nice. I think... Okay, maybe it wasn't the friend ball, the fast ball. That's what the fast ball. That one's lame. I like the heavy ball. And the moon ball's also fine. Love ball. Yeah, I like the love ball. What? Am I remembering all the Johto ones? The lore balls. Yeah, okay. First balls aren't great. They're just kind of like little like dots on the top of the Pokeball. And it's like, here you go. I just did 41 battles in one night. I will get this charm. Listen, I'll get the shiny charm in maybe like 2 to 3 weeks. Give me some time. I'm not like the craziest battler, so it's not gonna... I don't want to like torture myself and just sit here for 8 hours and do nonstop battling. I'd go crazy. La da dee, la da doo, la da da. I found his outfit. Oh. Are we talking about Volo? I found an NPC that mentioned Iono. I wonder if Iono and Canary fans have beef. Like, oh my god, can you imagine the Stan Wars on Twitter? Listen, I know who has a secret Stan account, and it's Naveen. Naveen is running the Canary updates page on Poke Twitter. Blazer, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I think that's his name. It's Cynthia's relative. Yeah, Volo. Volo is that dude's name. Off to an appointment. Have fun at your appointment. Doing good, been loving the game. Currently shiny hunting Magikarp. I'm so happy that you're loving the game. Don't let the haters out there change your feelings. They are loud, but they are the minority on this topic. The only reason why people are giving them attention is because they're screaming so loud. They're screaming so loud that you cannot miss their opinions. Don't you dare comment on the way that the balconies look. Chad, don't you dare. Look at that flat balcony. Unacceptable. I got told to go to Hellfire liking ZA. I'm cruel. Okay, let's read some of the replies that I've gotten. Now keep in mind, I'm not responding to them because why on earth would you respond to people who are coming to your page and sending you hate? Right. I have several tweets that have popped off, so there's a large selection to go through here. Step outside the Pokemon bubble, play Pal World, then ask, how did Pal World make this with a fraction of the budget of Pokemon? Also, why can't I get any crossplay with Pokemon? Every game is moving to crossplay while Pokemon is the only one on the Switch. I don't make those decisions. Contact Game Freak. You deserve better. Love yourself a little. I hate myself just fine, thank you. How it feels to eat dog shit. That's what reply said to my tweet saying I liked Legends of EA. Just say it. Embrace it. Stand to your real nature. Say as long as this Pokemon's on it, you'll eat slop no matter what or how bad it is. You can enjoy the game even more if you self-lobotomize a part of your brain. Oh my god, that's the same person that called me the slur. He called me 2 slurs in one. I will not read that one. These are kind of funny. These are really funny. Your dumb ass paid $70 for trash that was half-assed and released to the public. Probably beep enough to pay the extra $30 for skins. Shame on your standards are that low. LMFAO. Didn't say I came here for the graphics. I gotta scroll to the very bottom because that's where they hide the mean ones. Rolling just for the heck of it. God forbid I like a game. This is a paid review because this is the complete opposite of the reality of the game. Lumios is empty with nothing to do, you effing idiot. You can't even go into hardly any buildings. Or what? Okay. I didn't realize I paid for Grand Theft Auto. Oh my god. Go scroll through those. That was just some of them. There are some ones that go really crazy. The ones with the slurs? Whoa, the audacity. Oh snap, Pokemon pay. I literally told you, I just said this the other day on stream. If Pokemon wanted to pay me for a review, I'd accept the money. Give me some money. Thank you. I would love to have more money in my bank account. They don't eat, like, they can get my good love for free. But if they want to pay me, I mean, sauce it over. If I hate a game, I'll tell you. Because, like, I didn't like Scarlet and Violet. So, pay me at your own risk, Game Freak. But, sauce me 50 bucks. Or sauce me $70 as a compensation for buying the game. That's my price review, 70 bucks. Give it to me for free. And I'll suddenly like it. I also got called AI, Laura. That's crazy. Someone called me an AI review. Because no way someone could actually like this game. My fourth Pokemon first unscripted catch was a shiny Scatterbug. Oh, what a little baby! I got a shiny Spritzy last night off stream. I've never had one of those before, so I added it to my collection. Yo, Fox, welcome to the stream.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Is Pal World even that good? I just know it's Pokemon with guns, and then they stole half the Pokemon designs. Like, I don't care if you play Pal World. Like, if that's how you want to get down and spend your money, that's how you get down. Pop off. Love that for you. No. Like, I didn't wake up one day and say, you know what, if I could just shoot a Pikachu, that would make my day. And I can't say that I'm mad that they got sued. I really can't say I'm mad because some of the Pokemon are so blatantly ripped off, it's to the point where it's literally not even funny. There's the one that looks exactly like Luxray. What other ones? Isn't there one that looks like Meganium? Hell World to me, I never played it. It looks like Ark got a Pokemon mod guy who barely played Pokemon. Like the Temu version of Pokemon. I got annoyed that the Mons in that game kept slacking off. What? Oh, Temtem. I was about to say, I have it on my Switch. Temtem was a fun game. That's like a Pokemon adjacent type of game. I had fun with that. I had the Platypus starter in that game. It was such an adorable little Temtem. I only saw clips off Twitter and then people having full-blown meltdowns on Twitter. Like I said, I literally don't care if you play that game because it's your wallet. You spend your money how you want to, you have fun how you want to. Just a little wild that they stole that many designs. Ark is a goated game. I know A-Drive has his own like card game or something like that. I think it's called Elestrials. And he's making a 2D/3D platformer. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a 2D pixel game, but like it doesn't look like it's not like flat, if that makes sense. It's 2D, but it's not flat. Are you going for the shiny charm? Not currently, but I will eventually get it. The RPG got Switch launch confirmed. Oh, is it already done? I thought they just started building it because they were crowdfunding it. I'll play it. I got it out of the way. Most battles I got in one night was 39. I got my record yesterday was 23, but you also need to keep an eye. I'm very bad at battling. Saw someone get 72, couldn't begin how to tell you. Was it Game Boy Luke? Because I saw that on Twitter. I'm gonna need him to upload the guide on Twitter on how to, or upload the guide on YouTube on how to do that, because I would watch it. Oh, the Kickstarter goal got reached? That's legendary. I just know it's a very, very popular card game already. Is it in like main stores like Target or Walmart? I know several like local game shops or card shops will sell it, but is it in like major retailers? I think. Ooh. Next time I go to Target or Walmart, I need to go to the card aisle and see if Illustrials is over there. I'm not crazy for cards, to be honest with you. I think they're fine and cool, but I just don't want to collect them, if that makes sense. I'll get a pack here and there, or I'll get a box here and there. Like, I got booster boxes for like sleep blocks and stuff like that. I unpacked those on stream, but just as a general hobby, not really for me. But if it was like turned into a video game, then I would be heavily interested in Illustrials. Plus, the Nintendo Switch is a great game for a lot of indie companies. They charge dirt cheap on the eShop, and there's a bunch of slop on there. There's mountains and mountains of slop that anyone can upload. I wonder what the requirements are to even upload a game on the Switch eShop. Like, what type of license or approval do you have to get? Because there are some crazy games on there. I would not be surprised if the Karen Simulator was on there, or maybe that's just Steam exclusive. Which also brings a better point of how did they get the Karen Simulator on Steam? What was that approval process like? My record is 41, but that was without actively doing any of the cards. Yeah, I'm trying to do the cards because I want money. Steam be having some crazy games. I still can never get over the fact that the Karen Simulator was on sale, too. It was on sale. It was $3.99, and then on sale for $2.99. I got it for a third of the price. I really had a crazy day that day. Got a shiny Furfrou yesterday in Zone 11. I saw it before I heard the sound. I saw my Spritzy yesterday before I heard the sound, too. Love that for you. Shiny Furfrou is a 10 out of 10. Do I need to shiny hunt for every single Furfrou so I can get each of its forms in their shiny haircut? Is that a homework assignment I need to do? I have like 400 Ultra Balls. Oh, if it's anything like Legends Arceus, which thankfully it's not because you can get your Pokeballs returned to you if you miss. I was spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single stream on Pokeballs because I could not aim for crap, and then if I did aim, they would just like bounce off the Pokemon. Those people in Jubilife Village, they made a fortune off of me. A-Drive gave me access to his Pixelmon server, and I did 4 paid videos for that. So if he wants to send me a paid ad for Illustrials, sign me up. We just can't use the same partner manager that he did last time because he didn't pay me for like 6 months. And then asked me to do a... So this, I will say 100%, this is not A-Drive's fault because he's not involved in any of this. It was just him who was like, it was his server and his partner manager or whatever was doing the promotion with me. But I didn't get paid for like 6 months. But the only reason why I did get paid was because the same dude came back around 6 months later and asked me if I wanted to do another sponsorship. And I was like, I would love to, but I didn't get paid the first time, so no thank you. And that's when A-Drive, like the goat he is, stepped in the same group chat and said, okay, we'll handle that. Thank you so much. And I was like, King. It was because of King A-Drive that I got that moolah for that sponsorship. Him and him alone. I do know that uni, yes. Vroom vroom. I'm in me mom's car. Seeing you don't get anything for releasing mons in this game, I don't see any point of catching non-shiny Pokemon. Yeah, that's why I asked either like the first or second day if you got anything for releasing Pokemon, because that's how I made a bulk of my money in Legends Arceus. It was selling all the like whatchamacallit. God, I don't even remember what they were. They're like rock thingies that you get when you run around or catch Pokemon. You like obtain those. I would sell those like crazy for thousands of dollars. I'm pretty sure in Legends Arceus right now I have $4 million or $5 million. There's a new Pixelmon called Cobblemon, and it's way better. What's different? Is it better graphics? Because I was surprised when I played Pixelmon, I thought it was going to be like that HD, beautiful graphics with all the shaders that I always see Minecraft is, but it was just like the regular Minecraft with like no shaders and just very blocky like it normally is. I've seen footage of it like amazing. You know what I'm talking about? Graphics, more Minecraft looks and works well. Okay. So it has like that, it has the 3D shading basically. Because I've seen like sunsets in Minecraft that look amazing graphically, but that wasn't Pixelmon. That was just like regular blue sky. Call it a day. Most shaders you need to add in afterwards yourself. I don't mind modding. Like if I were to mod Minecraft, now granted I don't play Minecraft, so this isn't happening, but if I were, I would not be opposed to modding it. I did some mods for Stardew Valley, but they were mostly aesthetic mods. Like I just changed some, I changed some words. I changed some like tree colors, so it's like autumn and cottagecore. The dirt color changed a little bit. It was more like a fall vibe. And that was the mod. And then earlier this year when I was playing Repo a lot, I did modded Repo. Modded Repo is really fun. However, no one plays Repo anymore because it was like a fad. It was like a good thing for like a month, and then it fell off like all the other fun games. I just modded my Stardew Valley. I got some expansions. I'm so excited for you. I heard what happened to The Sims though. That's pretty unfortunate. RIP? Question mark? To the series? I mod all games all the time on PC. I wonder, what other games have I modded? I'd have to open my Steam and look at it. I've modded a few games from Steam. I mean, they make it pretty easy too. You just got to get them off of whatever source or carrier pigeon that delivers them to you, but My new my new favorite named is Sophia. I think she's a regular in Stardew, and I had that ringside explanation. Who did I get married to? I think I married Sam in Stardew. I courted with him for a while before I finally got him to marry me. And then we had a kid, and he just, like, Sam never leaves the house. He's forever confined to the house, apparently. I don't marry, but I date all the ladies, and Krobus is my roommate. I love that for you so much. I played Stardew, and all I did was fish in that game. Well, to be fair, Finn, that's probably one of the most fun things about Stardew. The fishing mechanic in that game is literally addicting. So is mining. Going to the mines and just going, like, trying to see how many floors you can get down to before at the end of the night. That's a fun time. I didn't get married. I didn't farm. I just played fish. Well, you love what you love. Over time, I married the vanilla NPCs, never modded, but Abigail is the one I go back to constantly. I thought everyone hated Abigail. Am I thinking of the right person? I thought Abigail... Yeah, her. I thought everyone hated her. Oh, wait, actually, I Googled Abigail, and there's a Stardew Valley at the top that says Reddit, and it says, unpopular opinion, I don't like Abigail. So it seems the popular opinion is that people do like her. This Reddit says, she seems very surface level and superficial, somewhat self-centered. A lot of comments revolve around herself and how she's feeling. Well, God forbid Abigail wants to talk about herself. How about this? In the next Animal Crossing game, let us get married. Even if our character has to be an animal too, to make it happen, I don't care. Like, if you need me to play around as a cat, if I could marry one of the hippos, then you know what? We got to do what we got to do. I'm gonna marry Nook. Honestly, I marry Nook or get your kids to marry off to Timmy and Tommy so you can get some discounts at the store. Do a little arranged marriage for your children and hook them up with one of Timmy and Tommy. I wonder what new animals they'll introduce in the new next Animal Crossing game. Because they have cute ones already. Oh, hear me out. Turtle. Turtle. I would like a turtle. Tortoise? Well, you can, like, catch fish. Or you can, like, catch turtles and stuff like that, but... Like, hear me out. That's a character. And it comes in a couple of color variations. Maybe one has a mustache, one has pigtails. I don't know. Something like that. A little variety. Listen, as long as my little baby Sherb and Bo and Cookie are in the next game, as long as they aren't deleted, I'm good. They made a turtle character who moves super slow. Idea then. The turtle character is like an NPC, but he's a grandma or grandpa. That's like the characteristics of the personality of the turtles. Is they're slower, they're more wise, knowledgeable. See, they don't have any like elderly Pokemon. They don't have any like elderly villagers in Animal Crossing. They do have some like grown ones, like Beardo, who has like facial hair and whatnot. But they don't have any elderly ones. So I would. Oh, it was Aurora. Aurora the penguin. She's a little cutie. I made her the grandma of my island. So every item I ever gave her, clothing wise, was like grandma clothes. And she still wears them around the island because for whatever reason the reset button in my game doesn't work, so they're stuck forever like that. She rocks grandma core like no one would ever believe. Ooh, wait. Idea. Can we get a seal villager? I would love a seal. I know they're violent in real life, but let's just play pretend for this. For the sake of this. Seal or otter? Buzz it in. Can anyone remember what my Pokemon team was? I can't remember. And now I have 5 out of 6 months. Wait, how are we supposed to remember, Vin? How would we know that? Do you not take pictures of your team like throughout the story? Or is that just a me thing? I like to take pictures of my squad at important moments. Or like NPC or not NPC, like your friends and stuff in the game when things happen. I take all types of pictures. I need it for memory's sake. Like, look at this. Took pictures of the end credits of just them. Look how cute they are. Pictures of what's her face? Who kidnapped the maid. This dude who's like 4'11" apparently. We love a short king. How old is the character in the game, by the way? Because that would mean if you're like 10 years old in this game, then and he's the same height as you, he looks like an adult. So is he like the size of you as a 10-year-old? Any others? I got pictures of all the starters, my evolutions. Me picking my Pokemon. Like, I'd be taking pictures of like all stupid stuff. And I have pictures all the way back for Animal Crossing too. I would take pictures of every single villager that came to my campsite. Or every single villager that I saw using Nook Mile tickets. Even if I didn't like ask them to join my village in Animal Crossing, I would still take pictures so I knew that I had at least seen them. I remember fighting with the poison guy in dual battle. We both sent out Scolipede, and mine was way bigger because it's an alpha. I actually heard that, now correct me if I'm wrong, aren't alphas actually worse to have in this game? Because that makes their hitboxes like so much bigger. I think I saw that on Twitter, and then honestly, it stuck in my brain, and it kind of makes sense. Okay, but they're so cool. I mean, I have a Heliolisk that's an alpha, so I can confirm. Don't eat breakfast at 9 a.m. Save breakfast until a little later in the day. Otherwise, you're going to be like me, who's starving right now. I should not have eaten so early. Ooh. Oosh. I'm live, am I right? Give me a pog if I'm still live. It did the thing on my computer again where it said OBS disconnected. Yes? Okay, cool. It did the thingy-mabobber that it did the other day. It like disconnected and reconnected itself in an instant. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not gonna lie to you, I hate OBS. If Streamlabs OBS still worked on my computer, I would use it, but for whatever reason, it just literally cannot work. Uninstalling, reinstalling it does not fix the issue. I'm stuck using the ugly OBS. Not only ugly, it's confusing to use as well. I tried to stream once through OBS on Twitch and went so bad, not gonna lie. I remember when I first started streaming, I used XSplit. Now, if you find a person in 2025 who streams off of XSplit, you need to like send their name to authorities, because why are they doing that to themselves? That was the worst platform I'd ever used. That's why I only streamed a few times on XSplit before I switched completely to OBS. That platform was horrible. Hated it. Every moment of it. It's that bad. It's so bad that I went to OBS. That should tell you. I willingly went to OBS after using that platform. My very first streams, though, are from XSplit, or streamed off XSplit. I wonder if they still make XSplit. They probably do. No one uses it, though. Shiny Magikarp is a myth? Possibly. I mean, I've never seen Blazer and Shiny Magikarp in the same room at the same time, so... I'd believe it. You think they're gonna let us leave the city in the DLC? Or are they just gonna, like, open up the sewers more and be like, here, you can explore underground. Have fun. Maybe they'll let you go, like, outside the perimeter of the city. Like, you can leave the gate where the train is, and you can run around. See, like, out there by the, like, the trees and stuff like that, you can, like, go out there a little bit. But you can't go too far. Joke's on you, we're going back to Kitakami. Please never make me go back to Kitakami. Indigo Disc, I'll go back to. That place was pretty lit. Kitakami. That's like a trip that you go on vacation for once in your lifetime, and then you never go back. You're like, yep, I experienced all I need to experience there. And you have the memories, but you don't feel the urge to actually go back. Ever. I would cry. I would cry with you. I would love to go back to Crown Tundra and Isle of Armor, though. Could they make Crown Tundra, or not Crown Tundra, could they make the Isle of Armor just a smidge bigger? And then could they also remove any Sharpedo from the water? And then I'd have a perfect vacation there. And then Crown Tundra, don't change anything. Crown Tundra was perfect. I loved it. I had so much fun there. What do you think of the theory that Corbu is related to Kieran and Carmen? I never heard that theory. Is the only reason behind the theory that they're both, like, emo? I'm just gonna be straight up with you. As someone who recently beat the Scarlet and Violet DLC, because I never did, years ago, and I finally got around to finishing it, Kieran was... I did not like Kieran as a character. I found him incredibly annoying. The motivations were out of control. And it was giving, like, sociopath in the making. You know how, like, you can tell that... You know how you can tell that a child is a psychopath by the way that they treat animals? That's how I kind of feel like Kieran was. I could sense some psychopath tendencies forming early on. And I could see the signs with him. Carmen, though, I liked Carmen. Carmen was fine. I mean, Carmen kept it real. Carmen was like, I literally don't know why he's acting like that. Sorry, can't tell you. He's crazy. Not even my grandparents can help. Sorry. I was like, okay, I bet. No, he was just rude. He just thought he was better than he actually was, and then you had to humble him every single time. And he still probably thought that. To be fair, he did catch the legendary before you. He got that. He thought that was his biggest accomplishment in life. Yeah, that's the crazy part. A Pokemon chose us and not him, and that sent him on a crash out of epic proportions. So much that he disassociated from his entire family, changed his entire look, changed personalities. Everything about him changed because a Pokemon liked to be with me and not him. It's wild. You know, they have free healthcare in the Pokemon universe. I wouldn't be surprised if they had free therapy. He could have utilized those services. I think one thing I do wish was... Now, to be fair, for $30, I kind of hope that the DLCs are a little bit longer than what they give us. I think Indigo Disc was a fine length. Crown Tundra was okay in length. However, I think Crown Tundra was heavy carried by the amount that you could just replay. Like, you could go hunt hundreds of Pokemon there. You could go do Dynamax adventures, so you were set with like content for months and months and months after. Story-wise, I could have sworn it was a little bit smaller, but... And then Isle of Armor, I remember, I beat Isle of Armor in 4 hours. It was not hard, and I could have done it faster, but I was streaming it. You need to bring back legendary hunts. I know, I don't know what their obsession is with like gatekeeping the way we play the game, but they hate us shiny hunting apparently. We can only shiny hunt in the way that they want us to shiny hunt. We can't shiny hunt any other way. Reset method? Sorry, impossible. It's actually illegal. You must only sit near a bench in this game and wait for your shiny to come. That's your shiny hunting method. I want to soft reset legendaries. I fear it will never be as good as we had it on the DS and 3DS. We'll never see those days again. I did not like Gen 9 shiny hunting. I mean, I'm a Scarlet and Violet despiser. I don't like hate them. I don't hate them because I think that the story and everything of Scarlet and Violet was great. I thought the characters were great. I loved it. I vibed with it. I just think the game is trash. Everything else about it, I just thought it was eh. But shiny hunting was also a big reason why I did not have fun in Scarlet and Violet because I just had to play the subway simulator every 30 minutes. Isn't that the fun of it, though? That's what I always loved, Finn. It was so worth the wait of you getting your shiny after resetting for thousands and thousands or hundreds and hundreds. Thankfully, a lot of my hunts in Ultra Sun Ultra Moon were very kind to me. I got several of the legendaries less than 100 encounters in. However, there were a few that were several thousand. I think my Dialga was close to 3,000 resets. which is still under odds, and that was probably my longest one, which is crazy to think about, but I remember getting fitted for my school uniform while shiny hunting Rayquaza. It was fun. I remember a lot of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon shiny hunting just because it's the game I first started hunting in. So I have specific core memories on like what pushed me to hunt in that game, what drove me to begin doing that, like what I was doing while I was playing the game, like what I was watching. I was watching a streamer who's now canceled. RIP to her. And that's what like got me in the Pokemon community. I really couldn't tell you many memories from sandwich hunting from Scarlet and Violet, though. I'll be real. I do not have, like, a crazy amount of core memories. I do with Sword and Shield, though. There were many hunts with Sword and Shield that I had fun with. Even if it was thousands of encounters, I still had fun. I should go back to Dynamax Adventures one of these days and finally try my very darndest and beat Zygarde and catch a shiny. I never got it after 100+ encounters. Those were 100+ encounters was not even counting the times we lost. So I attempted more than that. I love Sword and Shield shiny hunting now because we figured out how the murder method worked. Yeah, it was initially like we literally just didn't know how it worked. Just kill 500 Pokemon and your stats are maxed out. That's how you do it. And then 3 years later, we find out via data mine, that's actually incorrect. That is not correct. I mean, both shiny Wooloo hunts I did in that game were over 4,000 encounters. I was over odds on both of them. Same with Let's Go. Wait, what's different with Let's Go's method? I thought you just, once you catch 31, you're maxed out. Isn't that how it works? Because I never went past 31. I went to 32 just because I was paranoid if it was 39 and above or 31 exactly. But other than that, I didn't go catching and keeping my chain to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I just sat there until a shiny showed up. Is it foggy out? Oh, it is foggy. I was like, why does it look like weird in the game? Help! When I close my eyes, I can't see. Now, once you get 31, the next mon to spawn have those odds, then you need to catch another Pokemon to get the next one with the same odds. Wait, so you do have to constantly keep catching Pokemon? Yes? Okay, I think I would crash out. I never did that, and I don't think I'd ever bother. I mean, I had plenty of hunts where I got a chain and they instantly spawned, or I even got the shinies before I even got to chain, so I'll stick with my tried and true method. You know, it'd just be very helpful if they just told us outright when the games come out how you shiny hunt. Since they want to introduce a new shiny hunting method every single game that they drop, if they could give us like a lowdown by some like NPC who tells you how to do it, that'd be great. Then we wouldn't have guessing. And then 8,000 tutorial videos on YouTube that some are even incorrect. Part of me, part of me knows that these are new spawns every time I'm resetting. However, the other part of me wants to doubt everything and think I'm doing this all wrong. Do you remember what levels your mons were when you beat the game? They were all in the 70s. Meganium, Frostlass, Heliolisk. They were all around there. Heracross is a bit of an exception just because it's so OP that I've used it a lot more. So mid-70s? Although I did see people beating the game in the 80s. I think it would have been a smidge too easy if I was even higher. But I didn't have a crazy difficulty beating the game. Mine was in the 60s. Yeah, I guess it just kind of depends on how fast you speed run stuff and how many battle zones you do before you beat the game. I'm trying to do this restaurant quest right now, and I've lost so many mons. My mons are in the 80s. That sounds like my Frostlass. The second I throw my Frostlass out to battle, it dies. I either need to get an item that resets its stats so I can fix it, or it's just not a good Pokemon. Frostlass, what are you doing to me? I've used Frostlass before. I used one in Oras and it was fine. So maybe it's just this game's format, battle format, that makes it sucky. Or again, it could just be I have a sucky stat Frostlass who needs reset completely. You gotta do 10 battles in a row without healing. I feel like I could do that. I just throw my Heracross out. Heracross could handle most of it. Or Meganium too, because I have Giga Drain on my Meganium. So if I need to resupply my health, I can just Giga Drain. And then boom. I don't even need to reheal. Excadrill for the... Wait, what makes Excadrill so good? That's the second time you said that. Is Excadrill OP? I mean, I know it has a new Mega, so... It's got that going for it. But what about it specifically? His attack stats and drill run are OP move alongside Earthquake and Sword Stance. Okay, good to know, good to know. I will never do Sword Stance because I don't use those types of moves on my Pokemon. But drill run, I will write that down. Earthquake, I will write that down. I am very hungry. I might need gas in my car as well. I don't remember what I was at. However, gas is getting really cheap, finally. It's only been like 5 years since it was affordable, but now we're getting into that territory where gasoline is almost at a tolerable price. Still gonna need it below $2, but we'll take it from there. I think I filled up a week and a half ago for like $2.60, which is the lowest that's the lowest price I've seen since I've been in Georgia. When I drive back to Michigan or drive to and from Michigan and Georgia, there's a stop in Tennessee that I always go by because it's on the way, but also I time out my stops, like gas mileage wise, so I'd never like get in the empty. Um, and I filled up there for like 250 before, but it's in the middle of butt nowhere, Tennessee, so that's probably why it's cheaper. I wouldn't know since I'm still yet to get my license. I mean, I feel like you in the UK, Finn. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys have much better public transport, anyways. You have the means to do so. There's no, I can't just go hop on a train, type thing here. I would actually have to Google how to, like what a train was near me. It's just like driving and flying, basically. But $90 to fill up my truck. Dang. Honestly, well, trucks, yeah, they eat up a crap ton of gas, but they can handle a lot more too. Like the F-150s and things like that. My car, I think I filled it up for a little less than $40 last week. A little less. The buses aren't that bad. The train is all right. Not going to lie, then in London we have subway and the boats. Yeah, we have none of that. I can't just go hop on a bus down the street here. There's no buses around here. There are no buses. If I'm in like downtown, if I'm in actual Atlanta, a big city, or Detroit, or New York City, yes, then there's buses. But here, in the middle of suburbia, they simply do not exist. Trains, they simply do not exist. Dang, if we had a high-speed rail system, I would be traveling all the time. Like, I know that they've talked about building one for years and years and years and years and years and years. Like, if America actually had one, America actually had a high-speed train system, we would be cruising everywhere. Because the country is so freaking big that you're never going to go to every single place. There are places in America that you will simply never go or go near. I will never go to Alaska. That is literally across the world. I've been to Hawaii. That's also across the world, but that's the one exception. Like, to travel to California, if I were to drive, it would take probably 3 days. And if I were to fly, it would probably be about 4 or 5 hours, but it'd be like 2,000, 3,000 miles, probably. That's why how do disabled people who can't drive get around? That's a great question. They just have people drive them. We have like Uber and like ride share stuff here, but it's really just like a lot of people just get driven around. You know, the bullet train in Japan, it's late. It's only like late by 3 seconds. That's what I'm talking about. That's what America needs. America needs its own bullet train like Japan. I would be in California tomorrow if I could ride on a bullet train. I've always wanted to go to California. However, it's thousands of miles away, and it'd be so expensive to get there. Actually, let's look it up. Atlanta, Los Angeles flights. Right. I fly Delta normally. I like to fly Delta. I'll make an exception if the price is good enough, but I don't do Spirit just because every time I fly, I've always had to bring bags, so I don't want to check a bag. If I were to leave tomorrow morning from Atlanta to Los Angeles, take a guess how much it would cost me, chat. Take a guess how a round trip ticket would cost on an aeroplane. The answer may surprise you. For context, this is so high, I would not buy it. It's literally stopping me from ever going to California. The $2 bill, if you multiply it, possibly. A flight to Atlanta from Atlanta to Los Angeles is a 4-hour and 49-minute flight. That's not bad. And it would cost $489. Let's convert that to pounds and euros. All right. That would be 366 pounds or 421 euros. That's your conversion. That was close. You were close. 489, round up, you're at 500. Ooh. Well, I know. Okay. Now I'm having fun with this. Now, okay, Atlanta to Hawaii. Now, this is going to be insane because going to Hawaii in general is, like, so expensive. So, let's see how expensive it is. Huh. That's crazy. Okay, what's Delta? Delta's probably the pricey one. Okay. Well, if I wanted to fly Alaska Airlines, which I did fly Alaska when I went to Hawaii the first time, it will be $644 tomorrow. To leave tomorrow. That's not bad. To leave tomorrow in Hawaii for $644, that's a steal. However, if I were to fly Delta tomorrow, it'd be $1,200. $1,200. Actually, close to $1,300. So, if you're hearing this right now, do not fly Delta to Hawaii because you will have to sell a kidney. You went from a really hot country to a cold country. So, what I'm taking away is this, that you are going to Hawaii tomorrow. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That price kind of amazes me. That price low-key amazes me for a Hawaii ticket round trip. Now, there is one stop. However, the one stop is only an hour and 6 minutes, which, like, is literally not even that bad. I had, like, a 2-hour layover in Portland, Oregon, and Seattle when I went to Hawaii, so it was probably around the same time. The only thing that sucked about traveling to Hawaii was the actual jet lag. I remember I went to bed in Hawaii at like 5 p.m. every single night. Now, it helps if the sun sets in Hawaii at like 4:30, so it's basically nighttime. However, I went to bed at like 5 o'clock. I'm a Delta flyer. I took Delta to Hawaii once, but it was a gift I didn't have to pay for. That's the pain of being a Delta flyer. They know they have us. They have us good. They know we're loyal. And then they charge us $1,300. Okay. Let me go. Oh, I need it. Okay. Atlanta to London. Let's say tomorrow I wanted to go say hi to Finn. My ticket would cost, drum roll, through an airline I've never heard of, $735. I've never heard of that airline before. It is in some other language. Now let's see Delta. Delta. Delta would be close to $1,000. My last time on an airplane was like 2018. Okay, let's say I wanted to go visit the headquarters of Game Freak in Japan. I'm gonna go to Tokyo, Japan. The cost will be... Okay, brace yourself for this one. Brace yourself for this one. Luckily, all the prices are pretty much the same. No matter which airline you go to, pretty much all the same. Your price ticket will range from $1,400 to $1,700. So that's a lot of money. Man, I'm good. Y'all remember when the pandemic first started and they wanted people to fly so bad, even though you were not supposed to? Like, you were supposed to literally quarantine and self-isolate, that they had tickets to, like, Miami or tickets to Las Vegas for, like, 20 bucks. They were that desperate to get people to fly that they were selling tickets that cheap. You know what? If I was irresponsible and I just wanted to go be crazy and not quarantine and, like, get coronavirus for fun, and, like, that... Remember how, like, everything shut down that March and everything was still shut down, like, that April? That'd be like if that's when I decided to go. At the very, like, worst time possible. When everything was just shut down and no one knew what to do. That's when I decided to travel. I would have lost it if you wait the airline. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Now for $45. Well, that's today's episode of flight prices. Very fun, very fun. To be honest with you, traveling Nibia during that time probably would have been fine-ish. From a perspective of, if you were at a hotel, you would probably be one of the only people at the hotel. Because no one else would be traveling, so there'd be very limited contact with other people. Also, you would be outside, near, like, let's say, like a pool or something like that. So you could just be, like, far away from people and lounge near the pool. I did not travel during COVID. I fear I was an asthmatic. And I did not have a good time. So I needed to stay indoors, and I needed to get shot with that vaccine. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, and right now you can save 50 pounds per person. I guess it's a lie. I did travel during COVID. However, it was almost towards the end of 2021, so it was still going on because I had to wear a mask. I remember that. It was required to wear a mask at the convention I went to. But you were at least allowed to travel. You also had to be vaccinated to go to that convention, or provide a doctor's note saying you were exempt. Dang, as soon as I got vaxxed, I should have just gone everywhere. Just made up for lost time. I'm gonna go to Canada tomorrow, Japan the next day, take a trip down to Australia, then spin it back around home to America. Crap, I was supposed to make an Amazon purchase. It's probably too late to get it by tomorrow. I threw it in my cart this morning. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Scoob. I feel like going to a convention during COVID would have been a terrible idea if you didn't have the vaccine. Yes, but you were also masked up. So I won't say who, but I knew someone like in my orbit who could not get the vaccine, like medically, they could not. So they went to the convention unvaccinated. They had like a doctor's note, so they were part of the crew that gave the exemption to the convention people, and they're like, cool, wear a mask, you're fine. So although I was vaccinated, they weren't, and they were fine. They did not get sick. They were not sick afterwards. Actually, I did not get the con crud, as we like to call it. Con crud. What you get after a convention, you just get inevitably sick. I never caught it, knock on wood. I've had it 2 times? Yeah, I think I've had it 2 times. Maybe 3, but definitely 2. I can think of 2 specific instances, but I'm trying to think. 3's on my brain, though. I'm just trying to do the timeline in my head. I was the last person in my family to get it, though. I didn't get COVID for the first time until... When was that? 2023. I didn't get COVID until 2023. I also had a horrible experience with COVID. The first time. The other times it was mild. It was just like being sick. The first time, though, I was in the trenches. I would not recommend, though, what I had earlier this year. I still don't even know what I had. I was sick for like 3 weeks. I don't get sick too often. See, I had a disastrous year. Thankfully, I've not been sick since June. However, you want to hear my timeline? I got sick for a week in March. I got sick for a week in April. I got sick for 3 weeks in May. Turn it around, got sick for another week in June. I was living like Larry. In the worst way possible. The only part that was like the unmanageable time that I was sick was the one in May. I was a miserable person. I was a very miserable person. I was in pain. I had food poisoning. Oh, well, I guess I had food poisoning 2 weeks ago. But it was just that night. I felt a little achy going to bed after, but I was fine the next day. I bounced up. I just had to stay hydrated, and I was good. But I guess I wasn't counting that one, so I was food poisoned a few weeks ago. R.I.P. I remember getting COVID and food poisoning the same week. It was a rough week. I can't imagine. I think what's crazy about food poisoning is that it can happen instantly, like within the first like 30 minutes to an hour of you eating food, or it could take like 2 days. Now, when I had it a few weeks ago, it happened within an hour, and I was still out. So it was not a good time, chat. It was not a good time. Mine was almost instant last time I caught it. I don't remember what I ate, though. Yeah. So I've had food poisoning where it wasn't instant and where it was instant. So I've had both experiences. You know, I'd rather have the instant one that I had a few weeks ago because just get it out of the way. Get it out of the way and you're golden. Do. I remember, so when I was sick in May, I went to MomoCon. Now, I must preface this, that I had no other symptoms. I was not having a fever. I did not have a cough. I did not have a runny nose. I did not have aches. I did not have chills. I had literally no symptoms other than my voice had not yet returned. I still sounded like you stepped on my throat and I had to say a sentence immediately after. That's what my voice sounded like. It was horrible. You could not understand me. I had to talk very quiet. I had no voice. And that was like that even a week after I got better. It was like, okay, can my voice come back yet? So I went to MomoCon and I had no voice. But I felt fine. Always with the other symptoms though. I had nothing. As someone who's working in the food business, I can say most forms of food poisoning happen a week after you gave what you food poisoning. A week? How are you keeping food in your system for a week? I mean, I guess what stays in your system for... I know corn stays in your system for a week. I can't... I don't know what other foods are hard to digest, to be honest with you. I'm not in culinary school or the knowledge to answer that. Nutrients, the ones that can cause this, are the most unclean foods. I would not be surprised because fruit is very easy to get contaminated. Fruit and vegetables are. Also, meat. I think meat's probably the worst one. Because you have to handle meat very specifically and carefully. Constantly washing hands, can't cross-contaminate, all that. But fruit, yeah. I feel like fruit would be bad. Meat's probably the worst. Thankfully, I haven't not gotten food poisoning from meat. Mostly because I really don't eat a lot of meat. So, we're avoiding crisis there. All right, this is gonna be my last check. Then I'm gonna wrap up the stream because we are about to hit the 2-hour mark. So Carvana, come shine. Nope, no Carvana. Last chance for any of these people up here. Sorry, you know. Slowpoke, no. All right. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I might be live tomorrow again. I don't know, to be honest with you. I've been having fun streaming, so we'll see. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Good night, goodbye. Have a pleasant tomorrow. Toodaloo.